Hi guys, today I have an unboxing for you. It's a very popular Louis Vuitton item. It is a hard to find Louis Vuitton item. It's an item that I got just before that price increase in January. It's an item I bought for myself. However, I have since decided not to keep it. So in this video, I'm gonna unbox it for you, tell you about my experience with it and why I decided not to keep it, a little bit of a what fits, and then we'll be done. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury living on a budget, from high-end luxury items like the one I'm going to show you today to the everyday luxuries of life, which encompasses a lot of things. If that sounds interesting to you, please remember to subscribe, click the like button on videos that you enjoy, and click the little bell icon so you're notified when I post new videos, which is 3 times a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Also remember that if you do subscribe, on your YouTube homepage, you'll get my community posts, and that is where I post coupon codes and sales and deals that you can get on some of these fantastic luxury items. And I'm trying to get back into Instagram, so if you're on Instagram, check me out there. My name is Autumn Beckman there as well. And that's where I'll post photos of beautiful luxury things and the dogs and my bird Vincent. All right, I have a question for you. Have you ever purchased a popular luxury item and you've discovered it just doesn't work for you? If you have, I would love to hear about that item. What is it and why didn't it work for you? Please put that in the comment section below. Now, let's open this thing, see what I got. So, the day that I purchased this, oops, the ribbon wasn't on very tight and it just slipped off. So we'll just go with that. So the day I purchased this item, it was January 6th. It was the evening before the price increase, and I'll tell you what it cost and what it now costs, because it did go up. Here it is. Nice big box for this item. Oh, here we go. I got the Toiletry 26. Beautiful piece, very popular piece. Let me do dimensions real quick on it so that we can get that out of the way. Of course, it's 26 centimeters across the bottom, which is where it gets its name. Louis Vuitton has a Toiletry 15, which I have right here, a Toiletry 19, which I do not have, and the Toiletry 26. The 26 comes out to just under 10 inches across the bottom, just under 8 inches high. And if you're thinking about what you could put in it, there is a little lip there, so it would be maybe, let's see, I'd say you could put things that are 7 inches high inside and still be able to zip it. And the depth is 2 inches. It looks like it tapers in. Let me show you a side that doesn't have the tab covering it. It looks like it tapers in where it's more narrow on the top. I'm fighting with my measuring tape. However, the sides are actually rectangular, so you can put things in here and expand it where it's wider. Okay, why did I buy this? The Toiletry 26 has never been on my wish list, so why would I get it? I have the 15. I love the 15, I use the 15, but I have sometimes found that I wish I had something a little bigger. So when I was at Louis Vuitton the night I purchased this, I asked Becca, my sales associate, whose phone number I will link below in case you're looking for something. You can text her, she's excellent. I asked her if she had the Toiletry 19 in stock. She said they did, but when she opened the drawer to pull it out, there were 15s and there were 26s and there were no 19s. She did eventually find the 19, it was somewhere else in the store. So I looked at that and I looked at the 26, and the 26 was actually a little smaller than I had in my mind. And I debated which one I should get, because I felt like the 19 might also be a little too small for some of the things I was thinking about carrying. For example, some spray hand sanitizers from Bath & Body Works that are kind of tall. I think that they would have been a little too tall for the 19. But I have these other 2 pouches here. This one especially is basically a Toiletry 26, right? This is from Neiman Marcus. It's something I got years and years ago, and it's the Neiman Marcus brand. You can see it says Neiman Marcus on the tag there. So I've had this for years. I never use it. I also have this one, which is a similar size and shape, though not as structured. This is also Neiman Marcus brand. I probably bought these at the same time. There's the inside of it. and then there's a zipper on the back. This one, every time I look at it, I think it's just gorgeous. I love the color, I love the mock croc. It's really beautiful, but I never use it. So I kept thinking to myself, I want something bigger than the 15, but I have things like the 26 and I never use them, so why would I buy the 26? But then the 19 seems like it might be too small, so I should get the 26. I told Becca I was going to think about it and like go home and think about it and decide which one would work best for me. And then I was reminded of the price increase that night. So I had to buy one because I didn't know what the prices were going up to. I had to buy one that night. I had to make the decision right then. So I went with the 26. It was $520. The price now after the increase is $580. It went up $60. The Toiletry 19 is now more expensive than this was when I bought it. The 19 had been $465. It went up to $540. So wrong. Part of the reason that I went with the 26 is I was thinking, it occurred to me, I'm really into planners. And I could use this as a planner pouch. Some of my planners could fit in here. I could carry notebooks and pens and sticky notes and stickers and all that fun planner stuff, right? So I thought that'll be perfect. So I went home and I got my desk agenda and I tried to put my desk agenda in the Toiletry 26. I'll show you. It'll go in just barely. It is not a good idea to put the desk agenda in here. And some of the other notebooks that I have that I use wouldn't fit in here either. And then when I got some of my supplies, my sticky notes and things that I use in my planners, and I put those in here, and I put a pen pouch in here. For several days in a row, I tried putting different things in this pouch, and I just didn't like how anything fit in it. And the planner stuff, like, I could come up with things to put in here, but I feel like it shouldn't be that hard. And the things I was putting in here for the planners, not everything I wanted to put in fit. And then a lot of these things I don't carry around with me. And I wanted this to be a pouch that I could carry around with me. Oh, by the way, inside the pouch it has the little tags that go with it, and just in case you're one of the people who's never seen inside this piece, there are no pockets. It's a wipeable lining, which is why it's a toiletry. It's made to be able to have makeup spilled on it or shampoo dripped in it and it not damage the bag. Gold hardware. It's vachetta tab on the end. This one is made in France too. While I was driving home, having just made this purchase, it's in the back of the car, I was thinking about something that I learned when I studied psychology. It's something called choice supporting bias. And what it means is when you have a decision to make, and especially if it's a decision that you're kind of struggling with, such as the very difficult life choice of whether to get a Toiletry 19 or a 26, whatever choice you end up making, in your mind you come up with reasons to justify that purchase and justify the decision you made and justify that it was the correct decision. I found myself doing that in the car on the way home, and because I know about that phenomenon, I like to flip it, and I like to think, what if I had bought the 19 instead? What are the advantages of that? Would I be driving home convincing myself that that was the right decision? And then I started feeling like maybe that wasn't the best purchase for me. And then I tried all these different things in it, and it definitely wasn't. I took it to work one day and I had it sitting on my desk, and every time I looked at it, it's beautiful and I want to keep it because it's so beautiful, but I know better. I know that it needs to be functional too at that price point. I'm not someone who can spend with tax almost $600 on a piece that just sits in my closet. Though I was trying to justify the purchase, I also had this underlying feeling the whole time that this was not the right piece for me and that I really needed to not keep it. As it happens, that night that I was at Louis Vuitton, I was also making purchases for a couple of my friends. And one of those friends already had the Toiletry 15, and she had purchased the 19 at her Louis Vuitton that same day before the price increase. And she wanted the 26, but they didn't have it. So I asked her if she wanted to buy my brand new one at the pre-price increase price, and of course, she said yes. So that worked out win-win for everybody. Oh, and also before anyone comments about this, I know people use this as a clutch as well, and I know that there's an insert where you can put cards and things and it has pockets, and there's a conversion kit where you can add a crossbody strap to it and make it a handbag. Those are not things that I would have done with this pouch. So I would not have used it that way, so that's like a moot point. So I have my 15. Let me see the date code on this. Okay, it took me a minute to find the date code. If you're looking at the pouch and you look on the end that has the tab, it's going to be on this side, on the inside, right at the top. And you're not going to be able to see this. Pretty faint at this point, but there is a date code right there. And it says this was made in 2003. This pouch I looked at the date code on it, and you can very clearly see that because not only is it imprinted, but it has gold stamping on it. When did they start doing that? It's the first time I've seen it. And this one was made last year in 2020, not surprising. But when I picked this up, it felt kind of flimsy because I'm used to the 15. Probably looks the same as what I just did, but it feels like a stiff piece. So I wanted to compare the two. I don't know, maybe the 15 feels a little thicker. It does. When I start to sort of bend the canvas a little bit between my fingers, it does feel slightly thicker. And we know that Vuitton has changed the coating on their canvas a while back because of like a carcinogen in it or something. Part of the difference in the stiffness is just that this is smaller. There's not enough space between the edges where it's very stiff and structured for it to be floppy, whereas this has a lot of space to be floppy. Does that make sense? So that's the story of why I bought the Toiletry 26 and am immediately getting rid of it. Nothing at all wrong with the piece, it just didn't work for me. So what popular luxury pieces haven't worked for you? Let me know in the comment section below. Very curious. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, click the bell, and like videos that you enjoy. I'm sure I have a video on the Toiletry 15, maybe 2 videos. I have one comparing this to the mini pochette, so I'll link those below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you and your loved ones are doing well. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.